hit those marbles, it's like a suction cup taking you to the wall.
Moore chases Little Al. Boy, take a look at that. Al Unser Jr. steadily falling away from the leader. From his position of third place. Emerson Fittipaldi rides alone. And here is the greatest threat for a position as Moore catches up to Little Al.
He hasn't given up on that for a long time. He'll keep pressuring Little Al. If Little Al gets caught in traffic or hits those marbles or just doesn't go too good, Greg will have him. He's in striking distance right now.
So we watch this fight, and we'll watch it all the way to the finish, assuming there's not another yellow. 184 laps complete, 16 to go.
Greg Moore in the blue and white car, Little Al in the red and white one just in front of him.
The assumption with that final yellow is there is no problem for anybody with fuel.
That's different this time, Paul. Almost every race here, fuel plays a giant factor, but the yellows make such a difference. See the groove difference of where they run between Little Al and Greg Moore there.
Al Unser Jr.'s team was asked about the fact that he was falling behind the leader. He said there's no problem at all. It's just the traffic that he's running through. Leader is still Michael.
The tires are also getting a little bit worn at this particular time. Only about 13 laps left.
The good news there is that we've had clear skies most of the day. Some clouds lay off over the hills of the Lehigh Valley, but the clear skies have at least kept the track consistent.
Certainly been good for the drivers and the engines. The colder it is, the better it is. Maybe not too good for the fans, but really good for the drivers and the engines.
There's your leader, Michael Andretti. 7.3-second lead as he crosses the line. Now you look back for the red car of Emerson Fittipaldi. There's your interval as Emerson flashes across the line.
Almost got what looks like the all-red car.
Now this battle between Greg Moore and Al Unser Jr. as Greg Moore makes the move. Greg Moore, I guess, whoa.
Now that's what I meant about the marbles. You see, he made a real nice pass on Little Al. He got into the marbles a little bit because he's gone a little faster than he should have been going. Little Al just went the same speed, went right back by him. Now, taught Greg Moore a lesson. Now let's see how smart the boy is.
You would have think that's one that he learned on his 2 wins here in the Indy Lights, but patience can be a major virtue.
These are the fastest cars in the world right here.
Now this battle, up until that moment at least, been keeping track. The bottom of the screen there has actually been pulling them forward and closing down on Emerson and Michael. In fact, there's Emerson.
Emerson's on the right there, the red car. Emerson's low to the left there right now. Little Al's the one behind him. The red and white car, and then Greg Moore, the blue and white.
2 slower cars separate them. And Greg Moore is proving he wants that position as he tries to trap him coming off the corner. And Greg Moore grabs 3rd place away from Little Al. Emerson just ahead, 8 laps to go.
Greg Moore did a good pass on that. He baited Little Al down low, then got him right on the outside. I don't think Little Al expected him there.
Now the traffic just ahead of Moore. He's a figure that they tend to recognize in their mirrors and give way. He's already around their A-hole. Johnstone setting up there shouldn't be a problem. And now Greg Moore comes in direct contact with Fittipaldi.
Those young guys sometimes like Greg Moore just don't know the difference, Paul.
Or they're incredibly good.
Yes, they are. He's incredibly good for sure.
Michael Andretti pulled out a 12-second lead. If Michael wins here, he'll become only the 2nd driver to win from further back than 4th. He started in 5th. Arie Luyendyk won from 11th in '91. 95 laps complete. Look at Moore. Unbelievable. Around Emo. And Moore into second. He started 13th, and now he's looking for Michael. But time is running out.
The passes that Greg Moore is doing right now are very hard and very close, sometimes very dangerous. Right there when he came off onto the back straightaway, he could have been pushed to the outer wall by that car that he was lapping. That was really a risk.
Michael Andretti has the lead of the race. Greg Moore comes around Fittipaldi, moves into second place.
Greg has found a groove on the outside. That's where he's doing all of his passing right now.
On board with the leader, Michael Andretti. Looking ahead for the flag stand.
He discovered that pass a little while, I started to say, Paul.
And the white flag will come out for Michael Andretti. 1 more mile to go. And Michael will put it back in the win column. And Newman Haas will have another victory. Something they do quite regularly every season. Michael Andretti on his final lap now of the 200 laps here in the Boss Park Plug Grand Prix. Looking for career win number 31. Greg Moore coming toward the line in second place. As Michael comes off the corner, twin checkered flags are there. Listen to that crowd in front of the hometown. Michael Andretti takes his second win here at Nazareth. There's Greg Moore as he turns for home. And Moore comes across second. Followed by Fittipaldi and Al Unser Jr. Al Unser Jr. gets Emma right at the line. Wow, what a finish.
That's when it got all
Greg
the guys
Moore on the charge.
All the guys are right together, Paul. We could hardly see that little Al got by right at the very last.
So Michael Andretti takes the win. Ties him with Al Unser Jr. for the lead among active drivers in wins. And the crowd here in Nazareth loves it. His house is only about 3 miles from this racetrack.
Gotta be a happy boy. Hometown win. There's nothing better than that.
So we'll be back to talk with Michael Andretti as the winner of the race after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
For cars that can benefit from higher octane,
Frank, we're late.
Texaco Clean System 3 Power Plus and Power Premium are formulated to clean your engine's intake valves, fuel injectors, and combustion chambers while you're driving. For smooth starts and sure acceleration. Just give us 5 tanks, and we think you'll see a difference. A word of advice, though. Maybe you'd better leave the windows rolled up.
Add more life to your car. Take it to the star.
The new Civic from Honda. More powerful, more refined, more responsive. And yes, it's bigger.
ABC Wednesday, If They Mattered, they spoke to Barbara Walters. Celebrate the moments that touched our lives. Barbara Walters, 20 years at ABC Wednesday.
A world premiere movie. Ken Wall is back, undercover.
I'm gonna get inside his world so fast he won't even know what hit him.
But this time, he's facing the deadliest opponent of his career.
I'll kill him right here. You just say the word.
An all-new movie based in the acclaimed series.
I'm part of the family now.
Ken Wall is the wise guy. ABC Thursday.
Can you figure out the cost of a long-distance call?
We haven't studied that yet.
What, do I look like, a mathematician?
You don't need to be a math whiz to save with Sprint Cents. It's the simplest long-distance calling plan yet. Just 10 cents a minute, every evening, every night, and all weekend long.
That's when I make all my long-distance calls.
Call now for Sprint Cents, and you'll also get 10% cash back after a full year.
10 cents a minute and cash back?
Even on calls to Hawaii? Doesn't matter how far away. It's still 10 cents a minute.
Anywhere in the whole country?
What about Canada? Even Canada. Just 10 cents a minute all weekend long.
Amazing how far a dime will go.
And Sprint Cents couldn't be simpler. You'll pay just 10 cents a minute on state-to-state calls forever.
I'll buy that.
And remember, if you call now, you'll get 10% cash back. Sprint will even switch you for free. So let's review.
10% cash back.
It's coast to coast.
10 cents a minute.
Forever.
And forever.
Call 1-800-913-6060.
140.9 miles an hour and won with a 12-second margin of victory, Jack.
Well, Paul, take a look at what he rode with all day on a steering wheel. Get well, Marco, for his son who was injured. Hey, it's been a while since you've been to Victory Lane. You brought Ford, you brought Goodyear, and you brought Michael Andretti home. Congratulations.
We're excited. I want to dedicate this one to Marco and also to Tim Bumps' father, who's ill right now, and hope they get well soon. But it was just fantastic. What a day. I mean, the car, we had a feeling it was going to be like this because it ran really well all weekend, and it did. You know, the car just didn't miss a beat. The guys did a great job. We had a little stall in the pit stop, which was a scare, but it stayed together and ran well in traffic is where the key was.
Tell me how you maintain your composure when you get a stall like that on pit road, because, I mean, that makes my heart stop. I can't imagine what it does for you.
Fortunately, I've been there too many times, so I'm getting used to it. But, you know, the guys that, you know, they didn't lose their cool. They got the starter on. We hardly missed a beat, so it was great.
Well, he only has to go about 3 miles to celebrate back home, but let's check in with Gary Gerald. Another guy's going to be celebrating north of the border.
Yes, indeed he is. Here's Greg Moore. And Greg, from 13th to a podium finish at 2nd, but the sensation was those late race passes. Do you ever scare yourself out there?
No, I one time actually when I got inside Junior, and then I just powered straight through and almost pushed up into the wall of the last boat. I think it was about lap 190 when I first got by Junior. Got a bit of a scare there, but you know, the whole players team we're ecstatic. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just so happy.
You lost 5th gear during this event, but apparently it was of no consequence.
Well, I guess not. You know, apparently we turned the fastest race lap, and you know, we still finished 2nd. I think we could have caught Mikey if we had a few more laps, but you know, it's my best finish, the team's best finish this year, and I couldn't be any happier.
Well, you talk about rising stars. You're looking at one. Paul?
No question about that. Now, don't forget, when our coverage is done here, ABC's Wide World of Sports 35th anniversary schedule. But also, when we come back, there's plenty more to talk about and plenty of people to talk with.
Experience the excitement of your favorite Olympic events, now in commemorative cans of Bud, Bud Light, and Bud Ice. Better yet, if you get one of these special gold cans, you could see the games live in Atlanta. Look for Grab the Gold details wherever you see Bud Family Olympic packages. Just another part of the Bud World Party.
First, Goodyear revolutionized wet traction design with AquaTread. Now, Goodyear introduces new InfiniTread, the first tire with a lifetime tread life warranty. High-tensile steel belts and space-age molecular compounds make InfiniTread so durable, its tread is guaranteed for as long as you own your car. New all-season Goodyear InfiniTread. For traction, for tread life, for as long as you own your car. New Goodyear InfiniTread, the first tire with a lifetime tread life warranty. Call 1-800-GOODYEAR for a location near you.
In 1995, you saw Ford win big in NASCAR. Watched Ford win one off-road title after another. Watched Ford win the Trans Am Championship. And saw Ford Cosworth win the Indy 500. But have you seen what we're doing with all the winnings?
A car engine has as little as 1/1000th of an inch of motor oil protecting its parts. But friction and heat can make motor oil become volatile and vaporize, weakening its ability to protect vital parts. Texaco Haviland Formula 3 is formulated to control volatility, fight vaporization, and provide complete engine protection, no matter what you drive.
Add more life to your car. Take it to the star.
Do you think Jack Nicklaus, when he feels like it, calls up Lee Trevino and says, "Hey, Bud, let's play 18"? And when they're done, do you think Lee says, "Man, that was cool, but did you have to invite